Hi, it's Mika. We have a new single out. It's called Damme Dance. And I thought, since this has one of the most awkward and weirdest riffs I've ever written, it would be a great idea to share it with you and challenge you. I'll show you the riff in a minute, but first I'm going to play you the beginning of this track so you get an idea how it goes.
Let's begin.
This riff goes in B minor, and yeah, I think it's actually in B minor pentatonic. The beginning, you have two different shapes that you have to be able to reach. The first one is you have 777, and then you have the second one. The way I actually wrote this riff was I used an iPad and kind of blindfoldedly triggered some notes until I found something that accidentally found something that sounded cool, and then figured out how to play on the guitar. Proved to be a little bit more complicated than I was expecting. But anyways, this I would suggest try to get these first two beats down first, so it's like, so there's a barre fingering, and you can't hold the notes like this, otherwise it'll sound like you're playing a chord. So I'm kind of pressing each note down like that, with my left hand. And I might move my forefinger slightly towards the D string when to be able to reach the when I'm about to reach the notes on D and G string. So I'm kind of doing this little bit of motion here. For the right hand, this is definitely hybrid picking. It's down pick and then middle finger and ring finger, and I really suggest doing it this, I mean, you could pick it, but it would be more complex and more stressy, and but also when you do this hybrid picking, you get this snappy, really cool sounding sound. And depending on how hard you kind of pluck out the notes, you get different quality to the sound. I'm kind of palm muting the notes as well a little bit, so but without the palm muting, even because of the pressing of my left hand, I can still keep the notes relatively short, and with some additional palm muting, the end result is kind of more snappy sounding. And then you have the second fingering, kind of like, yeah, I use the pinky, ring finger and forefinger for this. It kind of feels a little bit unusual, but you can reach the notes together, and the last note of these beats is repeat this note again. So let's try that with a click. I have tempo of 78. First, maybe you want to pause the video and just get hold of these. But with a click. Then the second half of this bar, the whole thing starts with the middle finger plucking the note on D string, 7th fret, and then you hammer on. And then you pick down the note on E string. And come back to the D string. And then you kind of play these offbeat. And then you do that hammer on and one more. Let's hear that with a metronome. Yeah, one thing, you easily, and I easily get this kind of pressing down holding the barre finger. Get these unwanted noises, so try to, somehow get rid of those. Not press here the strings down. And also don't let your hand lie there on the fretboard like a dead fish. It's supposed to press only down the notes when you're actually playing a note, so always kind of pull it, release it a little bit. Now let's try putting these two together. So you have then together that would sound like, and with a click. Great. So one more thing to learn to be able to play the whole riff. This same thing repeats 2 times, but the second time there is a slightly different tail. So when we have this, so you will only do 2 of these offbeat, snappy A notes, and then which is kind of weird. You do down up, down up. At least that's the way I feel with the picking direction. It feels most, I don't know, funky and suitable, and you could do all down, or you could do up down. You can decide what direction, but for some reason I do down up, down up. And then there is one more note, kind of like a bluesy bend. Maybe it's, I don't know how much you actually bend. You can decide if it's quarter note, half note, or a full note. Let's hear this second tail with the metronome. And now let's hear the whole thing together. Fall. Great. I think you can do it now. The only thing is that the actual tempo is pretty fast. Let's hear the actual live tempo. And I have to say that when we were rehearsing this, the band rehearsals, we always had slower tempo. And then when we did this live, I remember when Thomas started the fill-in for the intro, it was like a shock to Lasse and me how fast he was doing that, and we just had to play it way faster than we were ever used to playing this. So this is the tempo that came out. Now those of you who can play this full tempo, here's the backing track. Have yourself a go. Thanks for watching, and please go listen and repeat and loop our new single on your favorite streaming or download service. And also the Mr. Fastfinger Extravaganza album, where this actually originally came from, is available from my Selfie shop if you're interested in having the whole show. It's a great sound quality and wonderful performance from the whole band. Now, Van Damme, have a jam.